One against Atlanta. The formula I thought was there. It was Jalen Brunson early. It was Karl Anthony Towns late. It was their increased depth in between. Monica, you know this team better than anybody. What did you see from them in game one?
I loved the balance of the performance. You are absolutely right in terms of your all-stars giving you bookend signature moments in the first and in the fourth quarter. But in the mix of that, you've got a very efficient OG Anunoby. You got Josh Hart, who pulled up with 14 rebounds in that one, and Mikal Bridges, who was steady, and you're getting your bench guys into rhythm as well. It's good to see Deuce McBride back in the fold healthy. That was the formula to me. Karl Anthony Towns is the single figure that the Hawks do not have an answer for. They went to Hack-a-Mitch. I will see if that holds as the series continues, but even Mitchell Robinson on the glass is a problem.
Well, Quinn Snyder said before the game when I asked him about Karl Towns, he said, look, you got to make calculations on this. When OG Anunoby scores 20 or more, the Knicks are 24-3. When Karl Towns does it, they're 26-15. So basically, he's taking a gamble on the Knicks' second-best player, but most important player. The undersold thing for me was that Nickeil Alexander-Walker averaged 21 a game, had 17, did not look comfortable at all. I was more impressed with the Knicks defensively in the second half more than I was anything else.
Well, you were talking last week with us here about how Karl Anthony Towns was the most important piece of the puzzle for the Knicks. Did you consider what we saw from them on Saturday night, what we saw from him on Saturday night? Was that the formula?
Absolutely. It was. He's the most important player in the NBA as far as not a star player, a number one option. He's that critical to the Knicks' success when you consider the stakes and everything that's on the Knicks right now. And when you look at that inside-outside game, he was masterful.
So we had Vince and Shump was here all week long, and he was making that point over and over, that this is about Karl Anthony. You know what you're going to get from Jalen Brunson. Basically, he seems like money in the bank. And the Knicks are a team, look, and I love Tibbs, but they are a team that plays more guys now, and they are going to get more contributions from others. But someone else has to be there when it's time to win the game, and that someone has to be Karl Anthony Towns.
We all agree. I mean, we can kumbaya on that one, and I think Karl Anthony Towns understands that as well. The one thing that I am watching is what it looks like. Like, he shot the three ball decently in game one. I love when he's getting into the paint. He admitted a post-game that he had to work through the rust of that first half. But if he is aggressive and can stay out of foul trouble, because the other thing that I think goes unheralded about Karl Anthony Towns' game is he's a very willing passer. And when he's holding the ball at the top of the key, extended like this, and dishing on back cuts that energize the guard and getting OG Anunoby, Bridges, and Hart going, it's a thing of beauty.
You need to keep your bigs involved. Like, bigs need to touch the ball just psychologically. If you want them to defend, they got to touch the ball. And Karl, even though he's a good post player, you don't want to steady feed him like that all the time. You want to keep the spacing there. They've been walking this balance all season long, Greeny. He's been efficient, but it hasn't always looked fluid. And with Jalen Brunson and the amount of shots that he takes, they're finding a balance between those two guys.
And the thing about it, though, this matchup will not demand anyone being like, go, post him up. Like, that's not exactly how Onyeka Okongwu defends either. And so he has advantages when he is facing up, which is his preferred attack.
And what I've said to everybody is the Knicks are going to be different in these playoffs because the thing about Tom Thibodeau teams is that they play games in November like it's the playoffs. The Knicks, they didn't have another gear to go to. They have another gear to go to now. I think they looked very good on Saturday night. They have game 2 tonight. So let's do Hitting the Mark, which is brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. And let's do OG Anunoby in that game. Monica, let's talk about one of the props you like, and it is about this Knicks star.
Yeah, so it's OG Anunoby totaling 25 in points, rebounds, and assists. He had 19 in game 1, and I hear you, Quinn Snyder, on your philosophy. But if I combine all of those things, I think he gets to 25 or better. He's playing good ball here at home.
Minnesota, Denver tonight as well. Vince, what do you like in Anthony Edwards?
Anthony Edwards was smiling on the sideline on the bench at the end of the game. He knew something that we don't know. I think he's going to have a big game in game 2 tonight. As long as he looks healthy, as long as that runner's knee that he has, holds up, I think he's going to do just fine. He might get 30-plus tonight.
So the over is 25, and Vince likes it. Let me give you one more. On the other side of that matchup, Nikola Jokic, 30 points. You like the over?
I like the over because he has no problems with Rudy Gobert guarding him or Julius Randle guarding him. And I think these games call for it. When you're trying to go up 2-0, you want to send a message to the other team. You have to win 4 out of 5 games if you win game 2. I think Jokic is going to put his stamp on tonight.
Boy, did he look good in game 1. So to recap, we're going over on Anunoby with the total on points, rebounds, and assists. Over on Anthony Edwards, 25 points, and over on Jokic, 30. If you like those picks, they're a parlay on the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Look for the Hitting the Mark featured parlay priced at plus 550. 52 odds.
Game 2.
He's just going garden to garden.
That's
Garden
right.
to garden,
Apparently
baby.
so.
Yeah.
The Knicks, Jalen Brunson came out and set a big-time tone against the Hawks in Game 1.
Funny game for him.
Yeah, then he kind of sort of faded a little bit.
Not sort of. He had 21 points and was 8 for 11 from the field in the first quarter, and then went 1 for 11 the rest of the game. So, look, it didn't matter. They won the game, but it just was he came out and couldn't miss for the entire first quarter and then just sort of faded off.
It wasn't like a jaw-droppingly awesome Knicks performance, but it was a quality win.
As he cooled off, Cat warmed up.
Yeah, Cat put some numbers up down the stretch and got his lineup to a good place. I mean, I made a joke on Saturday night that it was the latest example of the Knicks winning in comfortable yet unconvincing fashion, which I think is like the summation of their entire season, where they won 53 games. They had this really good year, but everybody here is like, are they really that good? Can they really make a run? Like, where are they at? And this game was kind of the same thing. Like, the Hawks have little to no playoff experience. I thought they handled the environment pretty well. CJ McCollum had a really good first quarter. He and Jalen Brunson were going back and forth and making shots. That sort of allowed Atlanta to settle into the game a little bit. But Jalen Johnson wasn't great. He was 8 for 19. Onyeka Okongwu hit a bunch of shots and was good. He is also questionable with a knee issue for Monday night. If he can't play, the Hawks are totally cooked again, like the Raptors. Okongwu is
They don't
an
even have
undersized
Jock Vaughn.
Right. Well, no, they don't have him or Jock
That's a
Landale.
throwback.
And,
That's a throwback.
to the other day.
I'm making fun of Wendy.
If they don't have him, I mean, again, just curtains for the Hawks. So we'll see if he can play. But, Atlanta hung in the game despite not being able to throw the ball in the ocean in the second half and got it back to within 8 with a couple minutes to go. So, Knicks should win the series. They are the more talented team. Jonathan Kuminga played 28 minutes off the bench. I think that sort of sums up where the talent level is for the Hawks once you get past the starting fives for both teams.
You don't shade at Kuminga.
Well, I mean, look, they have Mo Gay and they played Zach Richiche 2 minutes and the end of the first quarter, and that didn't go great. Kuminga was the one guy who played more than a handful of minutes off the bench.
Yeah.
They just don't have options to go to. He was fine enough in the game.
I mean, Richiche would be nice if the guy who was the number 1 overall pick in the draft a couple of years ago.
Yes. I mean, it'd be nice if he was playing like he was at the end of last year. He is just, his confidence is not in a good place at the moment. And he's just not going to be a huge factor. So, it's Gabe Vincent and Mo Gay. And so we'll see again, the Knicks are in control. The Knicks look like they should be in control of the series, but we've seen the Knicks give games back before, and we'll see if they do again.
All right. The late game on Monday is Nuggets hosting the Wolves, Game 2.
Speaking of injuries.
Now,